take: people who feel hot should decide the temperature of a room. People who feel cold should wear a sweater. I feel like I can agree to that. Wait, no, because then my friend who is bigger and says he runs hot gets full control of the temperature every single time. And what if I ain't got a jacket to put on? What if all I have is just a shirt and now I'm just freezing my ass off because he only gets control of the room? Unless you are hot because you will not take your sweater off. That is also a valid point. I'm not gonna lie. That is also a valid point. I've actually came across people who have refused to take off their sweater but also complain about being too hot. And their argument with that every time is that, oh, well, I always have my sweater on and I'm never hot, but it's just hot in this room. While I can understand that, no. It don't work that way. Take the sweater off, because I do get that some people like don't get as hot as easily. So some people do just wear sweaters even in the summertime, which is crazy to me. I don't know how they do it. Which means it could just be possible that they're like at their heat threshold, I guess. But regardless, that sweater is the tipping point. If you're at your heat threshold, then remove the sweater. Do you know what it feels like to be so cold you can't stop shaking even with layers? Your sweaty ass. You know what? That is also a valid counterpoint, because I have friends that get cold easily. Actually, my bigger friend, like, he's always around this girl who gets cold very easily because I think she's anemic. So we have one that runs hot and then the other one that runs cold, doing one of those battles like a YouTube intro back in the day with the fire and the water. Fire and water hand intro. Where is that? Where is that? I know it's here, bro. Bro, I know it's here. No, this is not it. Bro, I even had that image in my profile picture at one point. I remember this. Bro, it looks like this. It's this. There it is. I can't zoom in. You can't. How do you like zoom in on an image on Google, bro? I don't know how to do that. Here, we're just gonna do this. This is what I'm talking about. This right here. this right here. But yeah, they're different temperatures are colliding, so like they have to, I feel like they have to come to a consensus. I wonder how that goes with them. I'm not gonna lie though, it's likely she just put on more clothing. That's likely the case. She just puts on more clothing, because it would be hard for him to remove layers because he isn't like wearing layers. He'll have like a beater and a shirt on. That's it. So the compromise kind of has to be like colder. But shoot, some people just get way too cold. That would mean all fat people are in charge of the thermal. Okay, I didn't say that. I just said he's bigger. For reference, this is the friend I'm referring to, by the way. Every single time, I think like he gets the temperature, and he'd be like, "Oh no, it's too hot in here. We gotta make it colder." And honestly, it's understandable since I guess he said, yeah, he runs hot. I have to keep on putting the air quotes. I'm not gonna lie. And unfortunately, there's not really much of a way to like make just yourself colder, but obviously we can warm myself up with different things, which may or may not be present. Depending on those factors, there might be a little bit more of a compromise going on here. There might be a little more negotiation, because if there are no covers available, no jackets available, it's just me and my arms out in the open, I'm not gonna lie, we not making it that cold. You make it a little bit cold, but bro, I do not want to tuck my arms inside of my shirt. Make it cold in the house, I'm in that motherfucker like these. Can we turn it up? No, we need to designate 72 as a sweet spot and codify it into law. You know what? That's also valid. 72 is wait, no. I think we put the temperature at 70. Or do we do 72 in a day? I don't know. It's one of the two. And then we do 68 at night. People who feel hot should undress. You know what? Nah. That's crazy. Making people that feel hot undress. That just isn't fair. Isn't fair at all. Especially if it's like a girl, because then like she can't really. Wrong. I have no problem wearing a sweater, but I don't care for having to wear multiple layers in a winter coat. That's also valid. Oh my gosh. Everybody making such valid points to this argument. Next step, people who feel tired should control gravity. Historically, I run very cold. I've learned that especially layers. Sweaty people can only remove so much. I respect it. Okay. We're hearing from a person who runs cold. If multiple people who run cold, because there was obviously the person with more likes who ran cold, and stated that she doesn't really want the people who run hot to control the temperature. But then they have a person like that saying that they run cold, but it doesn't really make sense for people who run hot to not control the temperature. So many valid points all over the board. Oh my gosh, I love it. Salutations.
Hello?
What's up, bro? The question is, whatchamacallit? Okay, and actually both of you and Amaya could answer this. The hot take is people who feel hot should decide the temperature of a room, and people who feel cold should wear a sweater. How do y'all feel about that?
The people who feel hot should control the temperature.
I agree.
Y'all both agree that the people who feel hot should control the temperature?
Yes.
Bruh.
Yeah, man, I'm having this issue with my roommate, bro. Like, she be having it like 72 degrees in here. They get all the way up to like 76 degrees in my room. Be sweating and shit, man. I woke up one day, I thought I peed on myself.
I thought you would be on the opposite end, being how your body temperature be.
I could be cold and stuff during the day, but like at night, I can't be warm. At night, I have to be cold.
Oh yeah, no, that's valid. I think everybody needs to be cold at night. Well, maybe not everybody, but most people, because I get comfortable. I mean, I get uncomfortable sometimes, even when it's 68 degrees up in here and I start stripping.
And I run hot, so I
Mm-hmm.
could be radiating body heat onto hers or so.
Be dying.
All right.
Said I be dying.
I do. Like, I was like one night I was sweating so much I genuinely thought I peed on myself. I was scared. I was patting around the bed and shit.
Because William be having it cold up in his room whenever somebody over there. Ain't gonna lie, but he do have, but I will say he do be having a blanket and something like that. So like you can't just put that on.
Small like blanket ain't doing nothing.
Bro, that small blanket works wonders for me. It's
You
just
be on this
perfect. Perfect.
bed and you not hot.
Oh, you guys should get some more meat on your bones. Yeah.
Oh, I'm getting there.
All right, y'all have fun.
I agree, bro.